Hey there YouTube, my name is ThickShag, as you may know, and I haven't made videos for a long time, but I've been watching some videos about Fender and Telecaster specifically, and oh yeah, bear with me because I'm not a native English speaker, so if you don't understand, I'm Dutch, so it's a Dutch accent probably. So, well, I didn't have money to buy a Fender Telecaster, a proper one, so I thought I'd buy a cheap one, Affinity's Telecaster, which is even cheaper than a Squier Telecaster, and I bought it, and I thought it was really shitty, and I took it to a professional luthier in town here, and the guy said basically that he couldn't, well, he did a fret job on it, and, well, tinkered with the truss rod a little bit, and he couldn't just get it to play, and it kept on buzzing and shit like that. So I just returned it to the store, and I got my money back. And but meanwhile, I bought a set of Telecaster pickups, like the 52 reissue ones, the proper Fender ones, and those were just sitting in my house doing nothing, because I returned the guitar. And I thought, what should I do with those pickups? Sell them, or, well, I didn't know. So I was, later I thought like, oh, I could build like a guitar. Why not just build one myself that functions properly? So I went out and in a Dutch store on eBay, I bought this body. It's I think it's an ash, like a swamp ash, as they call it, body. It has a maple top on it. You can see that it's real, because if you change the light on it, you can see the figuring moving. So it's a proper flame maple top on it, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was about $70 or something. It was crazy cheap, because these usually go around like $100, $160, $200, stuff like that. And it was sent from Europe, so I didn't have to pay any import tax on it. And at the same company I bought this neck as well. It's I think it's not a Mighty Might, but I think it was made in Japan. It's a well, dual maple. It's a maple neck with a maple fretboard on it. So it's laminated, but it's pretty cool, and it has this skunk stripe on it. Don't know if it's real wood, but it's well, it's skunky, alright. And I think it's just a way of getting the truss rod in there and just laminating it shut. It feels pretty good. It's pretty. I don't know what profile it is, because I don't know neck profiles that much, but it's a pretty beefy neck, and it has pretty big jumbo frets on it as well. And well, I was amazed with the Telecaster sound, because, you know, obviously, as everybody does in their videos, you can get like jazzy stuff out of it. And that's the when you put the toggle switch in front. Then you get the jazzy sounds, and it's obviously the neck pickup, and the one in the middle is both of them together. And well, if you put it in the back, it's only. Oh, I got a message. Thanks. It's the bridge pickup. Okay, the rest of the parts are. Oh yeah, I'm spoiling my surprise because I got this today. So it has 52 pickups in them. It has a Wilkinson bridge with compensated brass saddles, with the three things you can see. If you want to put the radius in it, you just have to tinker a little bit. Like, this is basically flat, the middle one, and the outside saddles are a little bit tweaked to get the radius of the neck. And I got these, already had them, like these, how do you call those? Locking strap buttons, because I'm a little bit goofy on stage, and I sometimes drop my guitar with the regular strap buttons, so I have these locking ones. I used to use, for the shows I play with, Circle J. I'm plugging the band. I'm playing in a Celtic folk punk band called Circle J. It's a Dutch band with all fake Irish people in it, and it's really cool. And we play a lot of shows, like probably 30, 40 a year. And I used to play my Gibson Les Paul on stage, but it's a fairly old one. It's like a vintage one, and I thought it was a bit of a shame to wear down my Les Paul doing all these shows. So that was also a reason that I got this. I know Les Paul and a Telecaster are quite not to be compared, but as I went along, this was pretty good for rock shows, and I usually play in the bridge pickup position for the rock shows. It has a lot of sustain. It's pretty good. I played 10s on it. It's just the regular GHS Boomer 10s that I use. And oh yeah, the parts. I was with the parts. So I have a Chinese control plate. It has Chinese pots in it. It has a Chinese switch. I also have a USA switch ready to go, but it was already soldered up. So I'm very lazy, and I just thought, like, oh well, I'll just put in the complete control plate without tinkering with it, and it sounds pretty good. I'm planning phase 2 is to put USA pots in them and the USA switch, which I already have. But well, since I'm lazy and this is not broken or anything, it just works fine. I just chose this. Oh yeah, and I chose the jack. Put it out. This is the cast cup that they sell, and the advantage of this is over the plate, the punched plate one, is that this doesn't come off. This doesn't come loose. The jack is screwed into there, and it doesn't come loose. And it has these 2 screws that screw it in the body, and it's very sturdy, and it just doesn't come loose. Just cheap as varials in them. They sit over the body. They don't sink in. Doesn't really matter which ones you use. I think I wanted to have them string through body as these are. Obviously now the B one is empty because I'm using the Hipshot Wilray B Bender at the moment, which I will show you later. But these work fine for me. I'll re-plug it in. Already antiqued it a little bit, so it has some scratches and dents in it, and because I just thought it looked too new for my taste. I have this Fender official neck plate on it because I wanted to look like a proper Fender. And there's this guy on YouTube, not on YouTube but on the internet, and he sells these logos as well. So it's not a real Fender Telecaster. I just wanted it to look like a Telecaster for my birth year a little bit. So this is the custom one that they had in '73 when I was born, and these are pretty good. I think they're Grovers. Yep, they're Grover tuners. They're pretty expensive, but I don't like to have detuned strings, so there you go. And I have these string trees on there. They're a little bit wide apart, not really in the position where you expect them. But I just did like this, and I'm running with it. It works, and I don't break that many strings. Oh yeah, and there's a tusk nut in here, and I think that as far as the truss rod is concerned, that this opening where you can alter the truss rod is much more easy than when you have it sitting in the neck, because then you have to obviously loosen the neck or just get it completely off the guitar to alter the truss rod. So that's pretty handy. Fairly standard pick guard. That's pretty cool. And then I found out a couple of months about the B Bender. I didn't know what it was prior. I knew the sound, I knew what it would sound like, but I didn't know that it was a special alteration to a guitar. And then I found out that Fender makes a proper one, like, well, they make a guitar which has a complete gap routed out of the body with that mechanism sitting in there somewhere, and I just thought that was a little bit too much trouble to do that. And then I found out you have these products by Hipshot. There's this sucker right here, which is basically an L-shaped plate which fits over the guitar. You can fasten it with the Straplock button, and you can optionally choose to put another 2 screws in there to fixate it in place. I didn't really think that was necessary, so I just ran with this. and on the bottom it has a little bit like a felt kind of stuff on it to protect the finish of your guitar. Well, who wants to protect their finish, whatever. But it doesn't really have the tendency to slide around. Otherwise, I would have put some grip mat stuff, rubber stuff under it. But it works pretty good. So this is the B Bender. Basically, what it does is like you have your B string. There it is. So you have to fasten this thing, which you can put against your body or your hip or your bum or whatever you want to call it. And what it does is it just activates this lever, and it just tunes the B string one note up, and you get this little Teflon tubing with it, because not all bridges are good for this, but my bridge was. So this Wilkinson compensated bridge is pretty good. All those holes were a little bit too small, so I had to ram an old hex key in it and just just open the hole up a little bit. I didn't want to take it off the guitar because, as I said, I'm a bit lazy, so I just did it like that. It was far enough so I can put this little tube through it. Supposedly this is like an inner tubing of a bicycle brake line. So if you use extra stuff with this, you probably have the most success asking a bicycle store if they have this shit. But you get a fair amount. It's like it's more than an inch, so you can then use it as such. The B string, so it doesn't go through the body. It actually comes, if you can see it, it's put through the little seesaw lever that you have here. And then just string it up regularly. Supposedly the brass saddles wear a lot more than stainless steel saddles would, or graphite saddles would. But I only have these, so I'm just running with it. If they wear down, I'll just buy some new ones or buy some other ones. We'll see. And I'm just learning how to play this, so don't expect greatness with me doing the B Bender. But I'll show you what it sounds like a little bit. Well, that's what it sounds like. It's in bridge position, by the way. Well, this is basically it. It's my homemade Telecaster guitar with a Hipshot B Bender. And oh yeah, I'm using this Holy Grail as some reverb, and you're listening to the Marshall. It's like those little Marshalls that you have. I just change it over and build a new box around it, and gave it a bigger speaker. It's a car speaker, actually. It doesn't sound too well. It overdrives easily. Oh, there I have to go. I got visitors. Bye.